When it comes to hunting, the right caliber can make all the difference between a clean, ethical shot and a miserable day in the field. But every now and then, a few calibers gain cult followings despite being completely impractical for most real-world hunts. From brutal recoil to poor ballistics and sky-high ammo costs, these are the 5 calibers only idiots choose for hunting, and why seasoned American hunters leave them on the shelf. Number 5. 458 Winchester Magnum. Overkill in every sense. Let's start big. Too big, actually. The 458 Winchester Magnum was originally designed for hunting elephants and rhinos in Africa. It delivers massive power, over 5,000 foot-pounds of muzzle energy, but that power comes with punishment. Recoil from this cartridge is brutal, often described as shoulder-crushing, even for experienced shooters. It's also outrageously expensive, with rounds costing $5 to $10 each, making regular practice nearly impossible. The rifles chambered for the .45 are heavy, usually 9 to 11 pounds, and lugging one through dense North American terrain feels like dragging a boat anchor. Even worse, its effective range tops out around 200 yards, thanks to steep bullet drop. Sure, it's powerful, but for deer, elk, or bear, it's complete overkill. The ammo is rare, reloading components are expensive, and unless you're booking a safari, it's simply not worth the hassle. The 458 Winchester Magnum is a beast that belongs in Africa, not the American backwoods. Number 4. 6mm Remington. Outdated and outclassed. Once considered a promising round for small game and varmint hunting, the 6mm Remington has long since faded into obscurity, and for good reason. While its light bullets, 55 to 100 grains, offer mild recoil and decent accuracy, they lack the stopping power for larger game like deer or elk. Its muzzle velocity of around 3,100 feet per second sounds impressive, but energy drops off fast past 300 yards. Even if you find it accurate, ammunition is a nightmare to source. Most retailers carry little to none, and when they do, it's overpriced because of low demand. The 6mm also struggles in wind, as the lightweight bullets drift easily, making long-range precision unreliable. Yes, it's soft shooting, but that's about its only strength. Modern calibers like the 6.5 Creedmoor completely outclass it in every category: range, power, and versatility. In short, the 6mm Remington isn't terrible, it's just irrelevant. A relic from a bygone era that doesn't belong in modern hunting rifles. Number 3. 444 Marlin. Big power, small purpose. The .444 Marlin has its loyal fans, but even they'll admit this cartridge comes with baggage. Originally built for short-range, heavy cover hunting, it throws massive 240, 300-grain bullets with around 3,000 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. Sounds great, until you realize its bullets drop like a brick past 150 yards. Miss your range estimate by 20 yards, and you'll likely miss your target altogether. Then there's the recoil, heavier than most expect, and ammo availability, which is spotty at best. When you can find it, it's often expensive or limited to boutique manufacturers. Lever-action rifles chambered in 444 Marlin are dependable but typically heavy, weighing over 8 pounds, and not ideal for long treks or high-country hunts. While it can handle big game like bear, it lacks the versatility modern hunters need for mixed terrain or long shots. With better options like the .4570 Government offering similar power and far more availability, the 444 Marlin ends up being more of a nostalgic novelty than a practical hunting caliber. Number 2. 300 Remington Ultra Magnum. Power that punishes. The 300 Remington Ultra Magnum, or 300 RUM, was built with one goal in mind: extreme long-range power. And while it delivers exactly that, it also delivers a long list of headaches that make most hunters regret ever pulling the trigger. The 300 RUM pushes bullets at blistering 3,200 feet per second with energy approaching 4,000 foot-pounds, putting it on par with the 338 Lapua. But all that power comes at a cost, literally and physically. The recoil is fierce, punishing even for seasoned marksmen, and often leading to flinching and poor shot placement. Ammunition costs are astronomical, with rounds priced between $3 and $7 each, and rifles chambered for it are no lightweights either, typically 8 to 10 pounds, with long barrels that make them awkward to maneuver in the field. Sure, it shoots flat out to 500 yards, but beyond that, even its trajectory begins to drop significantly, meaning you still need precise range-finding and ballistic skill. Then there's barrel wear. The 300 RUM's immense chamber pressures chew through rifling, cutting rifle lifespan dramatically. As if that wasn't enough, the muzzle blast is deafening, requiring top-tier hearing protection, and ammunition availability has steadily declined as more efficient magnums, like the 300 Winchester Magnum, took over. In theory, it's a long-range dream. In practice, it's an expensive, punishing round that's too much gun for 95% of American hunting. Unless you're chasing moose across a canyon or elk at half a mile, the .300 RUM is more punishment than performance. Number 1. 223 Remington, the most misused caliber in hunting. Finally, we come to the most controversial hunting cartridge of all, the 223 Remington. Loved by target shooters and AR-15 owners, this round has earned a notorious reputation among big game hunters, and for good reason. The 223 fires light 55 to 77 grain bullets, generating around 1,200 foot-pounds of energy. That's fine for varmints, coyotes, or prairie dogs, but woefully underpowered for deer-sized game. Even when perfectly placed, the light bullets lack penetration, often resulting in wounded animals rather than clean, ethical kills. Because of this, many states restrict or outright ban the .223 for deer and larger game. Sure, it has flat trajectory and low recoil, making it easy for beginners, but in gusty conditions, those light projectiles drift easily, ruining accuracy. Ammo is cheap and everywhere, but true hunting loads are limited, and reloading options for ethical big-game bullets are few. The cartridge's dominance in AR-15 platforms doesn't make it a good hunting round. Those rifles were designed for speed and volume of fire, not stopping power. Even its moderate noise can spook nearby game, and its effectiveness drops sharply beyond 300 yards. Yes, it's fun for small targets, but for serious hunters chasing deer, elk, or bear, the .223 simply doesn't cut it. In the end, the .223 Remington is a fine varmint round, but a terrible choice for big game hunting. Hunters seeking ethical, one-shot harvests stick with calibers that bring real-world stopping power, not just speed and hype. Final thoughts. From the shoulder-breaking .458 Winchester Magnum to the overpowered 300 RUM and the underwhelming 223 Remington, these cartridges prove that hunting success isn't about raw velocity or bragging rights. It's about balance, precision, and practicality.